Hello and welcome. I'm Manuel Weidner, also known as Misplay Maker. I took at Ignisters to the biggest national in the history of European nationals in the Yugioh TCG. I went to the German Nationals 2022, which had 1,844 participants, and I made a top 4, losing top 4 in the feature match against Predator Plant branded due to my own mistake. But I'm pretty happy. I took at Ignisters because it's a good deck, like going first and going second. It easily plays through Disruption in Engine. It can play 15 flag spots, so basically 15 hand traps. Easy side deck strategy, good board going first, hard to out for most of the decks. Going second, you just OTK everyone. And that's pretty much it. Now to the deck. The main deck is really simple and standard. You play 3 RGG, 3 Pikari, 3 Doyon, 1 Bururu, 1 Danmari, 1 Hiyari, and 1 Gachiri. The reasons are simple. RTG and Pikari are your best normal summons. Obviously, they're your one-card combo, you want to draw them. You play 3 Doyon. Doyon plays through any disruption in the game. I don't know why anyone would play less than 3 Doyon. Like, even if you open 2 Doyon, you still make heat cell and have a chance to open your one-card combo to combo anyway. Doyon never bricks. The reason you bricked is because you didn't draw your one-card combo. But you can only play so much copies of your one-card combo. A lot of people think Doyon bricks, but it literally never bricks. Like, it's insane what Doyon does for the deck. Opening Doyon plus any other monster is also like a full combo, basically. You always want to see it, you always want to see it in your opening hand. I think playing anything less than 3 is wrong in the current state of the deck. You play obviously 1 Bururu because it means Danmari. Danmari is a negation going first. You play 1 Hiyari because she searches Gachiri, and you play Gachiri because it's its own win condition. When Gachiri leaves the field, you can make a monster you control unaffected till the end of your opponent's next turn. Basically, what that means, going second, you make access code unaffected, so you OTK through anything. They can negate it, they can do anything. Going first, you make your combo pieces unaffected, so your opponent has to hand trap you suboptimally. Like you make, in the feature matches, I usually made Templar unaffected, and then my opponent had to like immediately chain a hand trap. And that's usually like the spot where the hand trap you suboptimally. Like, obviously the one-card combo loses to 1 hand trap, but opening any 2 cards plays through any 1 hand trap. Your opponent always has to open like 2 hand traps to play through at Ignister's like combos, or like stop you from comboing. It's just really easy. You open like your in-engine pieces, you don't need cards like cross out. Everything the deck wants to do, it does well in engine, everything is searchable, anything is doable. The consistency spells are 3 I Meet You, 3 Silent Mining, and 2 Small World. I Meet You, Silent Mining, and 2 Small World obviously are another like starters. In total, you play 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 combo starters. So you always have a combo starter 9 out of 10 duels. You will draw like 2 names in pretty much every duel though. You play through any single hand trap. It's really easy. The thing with Small World is I play a 42 card list, which basically just means I play a standard 40 card list with 2 Small World. Small World help you side deck strategy because it helps you like side out cards to fit more play sets. In your main deck, you boost your consistency to from 87% to 90%. You can turn dead copies of like Doyon or like Pikari and RGG to more hand traps, or turn hand traps you can't need to starters. I did it in the top 4 feature match. I used my second copy of Pikari, which was basically dead, to like turn it into an Ash Blossom and buy me a turn to then do something next turn. It was pretty good. Obviously, you just have to memorize like the bridges, but it's fine. It's not hard. You play 3 Island and 1 Terraforming. I don't know why anyone would play any less than like 3 Island. Like, even Terraforming, cutting that one, I don't understand. You want to maximize like your chance of drawing Island. In the current state of the deck, it's really simple. Normal summoning Pikari baits 2 disruptions, and even then you draw Island in half of your duels. I played against Punkfirium, and they had to negate Pikari, so it doesn't get to Island. Then they had to bounce Pikari, so I don't make Infant. And then I just had Island in hand anyway, because I maxed out on my copies. It's really just like normal summon Alistair, negate Alistair, they still have Invocation in hand anyways. That's the same with here. Island never bricks. It makes your entire deck live, and even if you draw multiples, you play 1 Eye Contact. Eye Contact is insane. Your dopamine hits once you draw 3. Obviously, you just don't have to tunnel vision into it. Everyone that tunnel visions into Eye Contact drawing 3 is like it's their own fault. You search Eye Contact when you need it. Usually it's in hands where you draw only at Ignisters and none of your hand traps, or like only 1. and you draw like an island, a Picari, an RGG or something, you just get island from infant, you search eye contact over Picari, and then you draw 3. You get more hand traps, you get more backup, you play through anything. And then you also play as last engine card, you play an Idle Reborn. I don't play Fighting Spirit. The reason is simple. Fighting Spirit and Idle Reborn don't play through hand traps. All they do is like make you pass, let you pass on Heat Soul. That's not good enough. Opening Doyon plus your 1-card combo makes you like combo through a hand trap. Idle Reborn with the full combo Idle Reborn only makes it so you pass on Heat Soul. Idle Reborn is important because it's a quick play spell. You need to play it because otherwise you can't make your arrival with 4000 attack points. And Danmari as a negation. If you don't play Idle Reborn, the most you do is like 3000 arrival and Danmari, that's bad. Idle Reborn is just engine mandatory, so you play 1. Then to the flex spots, you play 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Wailer, 3 Impermanence, 3 DD Crow, and 3 Chalice. The reasons are simple. Ash, Wailer, Imperm are the 3 best hand traps in the game. You always want to see them. They hit everything. They hit them at any time. Chalice and Imperm are like the best top decks in the game. The amount of times my opponent like couldn't resolve their full combo due to Ash, just for me to top deck like Chalice to turn off the like Hulky Firebreak, Stagda, Skyflock combo they passed on anyway, was high. Like it just punishes all the bad rogue decks thinking passing on Skyflock is enough. DD Crow, Forbidden Chalice, Imperm, like out the Skyflock, very good against the top decks. There were some times where DD Crow, for example, was dead because one time early I played against True Draco and I opened 3 DD Crow. That was unlucky, but I OTK'd him anyway because True Draco is just a free win. That's that for the main deck. Then your extra deck boss monsters, 1 arrival, 2 access code. Going first, you make arrival with 4k, Damari as negation under it. You pass with a spin in your graveyard, win Pegasus, and 2 hand traps in hand. That's like 4 disruptions of like your normal standard opening hand. Even if you only draw 1-card combo, you pass on Damari and win Pegasus. The thing is, every top deck in the current format needs to open like 4-card combos. Like Sword Soul, for example, they need to resolve Desires, Pot of Desires, and then they have to out the Danmari, and then they still have to make the Synchro to like push over a rival, and then they still can't OTK you, and you just OTK them next turn because they don't have any resources left. And the thing is, you need to out a rival, and you need to OTK the Ignister player the same turn, or at least put up 2 disruptions. Because if you don't kill the Ignister player and don't put up 2 disruptions, they will simply activate I Meet You, get all their combo pieces, top deck whatever, like they literally can top deck anything, and they will just OTK you and it doesn't matter and you just lose. The rest of the extra deck, when Pegasus, it's really easy. When Pegasus always in a graveyard, it's a spin. If they use an access code to like destroy your rival by battle, you just spin the other OTK options back into the deck. They can't OTK you. Light Dragon is the single best card in the extra deck you will never summon, and even then you will summon it more often than you think. The reason is simple. Half of my games were won because I Meet You flipped up Light Dragon so I could search Picari. Normal summon Picari, search Island, and then like my entire hand played through anything. Light Dragon has 3 useful effects. I used its monster disruption effect, like to out a lot of boards. I used its revival effect to OTK my opponents in dire situations. I used its board protection effect to not die to bad cards like Sword Soul Blackout. It's a really great card. Some people cut it. I don't know why you would ever cut it. It's the best card in a deck. If anyone like wants to start Ignister, don't make the mistake of cutting Light Dragon. It's the worst mistake you can make. I Meet You, search Picari, due to flipping up Light Dragon is like the one best thing you can make as your opening play. You just play through anything, you play through everything, you win, and that's that. Deco Talker Heat Soul, you like to draw a card. The standard 2-card combo ends on 4k Arrival and Heat Soul to draw into hand traps or more disruptions or more backup. The 1-card combo passes on Arrival. If you get hand trapped, you pass on Heat Soul. That's fine. The amount of times Heat Soul draws into another hand trap to save you, like buy you a time, it's pretty decent. Also, obviously, you need to play a fire monster for I Meet You. You play Transcode Talker and obviously Dark Templar as the last link freeze. Transcode Target helps you play through Disruption, going first and going second. Dark Templar obviously is the biggest hand trap magnet in the game, but it doesn't matter because you have Gachiri. Lets you resolve full combo. You play an Update Jammer. To OTK, it's really simple. The 1-card Ignister combo makes a 4300 attack access code with Update Jammer. So you just destroy 3 cards, attack your opponent twice for 4000, you win. Even if your opponent negates the first access code, you just use any additional name in your hand, summon it, make Splash Mage, make Transcode, revive Update Jammer, make your second access code. 1 access code is standard. A lot of people don't expect 2. They will probably never expect 2. But it's just like easier for you to OTK. Like Dragon access code are just like 3 cards to OTK. You will usually not lose to like any disruption. It's really simple. You have Wicked. Obviously, resolving Wicked is your full combo. You play 2 Splash Mage, you need 1 turn 1 to make I meet your full combo, and then you need the second one turn 3 to OTK because you make Splash Mage, Transcode, Access Code. You just don't want to waste any valuable resources. And then the last Link 1s are 2 Infant and 1 Link Spider. Reason is simple, you play 2 Dark Infant, you don't need any more. If you don't have any Link 1 left in your extra deck, you just make you just get Picari, get Idle Reborn, revive Doyon, make a Splash Mage, and then Doyon obviously gets back RTG in your graveyard, so you already have enough advantage out of your ass for just playing the game, like just doing anything. You play Link Spider. A lot of people think Ignisters lose to 1 Nibiru. They're all wrong. You just take the free win. I got Nibiru'd like 7 times, and every time I just won. Anyway, like, you need 2 hand traps to stop Ignisters, and even then, if they just draw well, they just play through 2 hand traps like it's nothing. A lot of people think they just lose to 1 single Nibiru. It's just wrong, and every time you see an opponent thinking 1 Nibiru is enough, you just take the free win. Like you saw it in the top 4 feature match, my opponent needed 2 hand traps. Like they drew Nibiru and like Imperm or Whaler, like both games, and that they needed 2 to stop me, otherwise I would still have passed on arrival. That's for the extra deck. The side deck is really simple. You play the Gamma package. Going second, you don't want to draw Danmari, you don't want to draw Eye Contact, so you just side them out together with 2 small worlds, so that's 4 cards. You side out 4 cards, you add the Gamma, which is 4 cards. Now you play 18 hand traps, and resolving Gamma is usually enough to like win the game. When I drew Gamma, it was usually like enough to immediately win. And then just everything else is history with like normal summon, RGG, go full combo. You play 1 Mystic Mine and 1 Red Reboot. Mystic Mine, you play the 2 because you play also 1 Terraforming. It's really simple, helps you like gain advantage and like break boards. And then also 1 Red Reboot. I played against Dynamorphia. I played passively, they made set 5 pass. I just used Eye Contact and Heat Soul to draw cards till I had Red Reboot. I drew like 12 cards total or something and had Red Reboot. They flipped their like negations, I just Red Rebooted them, I won. Then you also play 3 Mystical Space Typhoon and 3 Cosmic Cyclone. It's really simple. Ignisters have a hard time going second against back row decks. So you want to maximize your chance of like drawing back row removal. You don't play Twin Twister because going second, you don't want to discard a card, you don't want to go -1 in a format where every deck only plays 1 like Floodgate or back row anyway. Like against Sword Soul, if they flip Anti-Spell Fragments, you just MST the Anti-Spell Fragments. Sword Soul Blackout loses to like Wicked anyway, you don't care, you just OTK them. A lot of people think 6 is too much. If I could, I would play more. I don't want to play any in the main deck though. A back row removal in the main deck is usually dead. I didn't miss like back row removal in my main deck. I just sided in 6. The amount of times I won due to siding Cosmic Cyclone and MST at the same time was insane. And then obviously the last spot is 3 Anti-Spell Fragments. Ignisters loses 2 decks like Flovandaries. A card like Anti-Spell Fragments is really good because it turns off like any extender in the current format. So going first against Flovandaries, you just flip Anti-Spell Fragments and already turn off every extender in the deck. And then they normal summon and they use Danmari to stop their normal summon and then they just lose. That's it for the deck. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied. I made a top 4. I lost because I played into the imperm column live on stream. The funny thing is, like, I saw a lot of comments of people like saying they would quit Yu-Gi-Oh forever if that happened to them, and I don't really understand why. I'm really happy. Like, I'm really not mad at all. I really don't care. The thing is, I'm a beginner. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since Extreme Force. No, alright, Extreme Force, the set with X-Kotoka on it. And that set was like 4.5 years ago. And 2.5 of those 4.5 years was the pandemic. So I only have 2 years of experience playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh at all. And I didn't even play the past 2.5 years. I didn't read a single card released since Dawn of Majesty. You could see it on stream that I had to read like adventure tokens, and I had to read like the Predator Plant and branded cards, simply because I didn't read any new card like fully. I always had to like reread them for the wordings and everything because I just didn't know them. I'm lost top 4 because I made a beginner mistake, simply because I'm still a beginner. I don't feel like bad at all. I got a lot of like comments of people clowning on me, but I really don't care. Like, I'm happy with what I got. I made a top 4 with a deck I just like. I just like playing at Ignisters. I know all my effects pretty well, and I just think I had a good deck list thanks to my friend, with who I built my deck list. He also made the side deck strategy and everything. He sadly just didn't make it like day one. But yeah, you just have to know your deck and you can make it. In the top cut, I won like against Dragon Link because the Dragon Link player didn't know Achichi has a graveyard effect to like not die. And in the feature match, I got a lot of people saying I cheated because I used the arrival token to make update jammer. What they didn't know was that I used Picari's effect. Picari has an effect to make another monster you control level 4. I used that to make the token level 4 to make update jammer. I got a lot of comments of people thinking I cheated. I just simply like know what my cards do and used my cards to like win. I made obviously some mistakes simply because like I forgot 1 or 2 effects simply because I'm still a beginner, but for what I did and for the experience I have in the game, I did pretty well. I'm pretty happy. All the positive comments I got are worth more than any negative comment I got. Like, I really just don't care. I'm really happy. Next time I will simply play better. What I'm lacking is the playing experience, the experience of a feature match, everyone looking at you, the heat under the mask, and it was just insane. It's just such a huge pressure, and just such a huge pressure in general. Like, it was really hot the entire day. It was overcrowded. You couldn't drink in the main hall. You always had to go like to the next room. It was really just insane. I was on adrenaline the entire day on an empty stomach too. Next time I will just like eat way more before I actually play. Like, I made a lot of mistakes simply because I just lacked the experience, and for that I will just make up for the next time because now I know how to actually like play on an event. I just know how to play my deck, but I don't know how to play on an event. It's all new for me, and it just will go uphill from here. I'm pretty happy. Thanks to like all the people supporting me, to my family, friends, Hello Hello Card Gaming, Knights of Hanoi, and DNG. I love you all. The amount of positive comments I got was insane. I put all relevant links like combo videos and the link to the Ignister Discord down in the comments. They all have resources that are important to like learn and play this deck. And that's pretty much all. Thanks for watching, and till next time.